I have a lot of respect for him. However, after watching all the commercials of my friend Tom Coates, Congressman Steve King is not happy with my credit cards. He always wants to see my Visa, and I always show him my American Express. Please welcome the nationally well-known Iowa's 5th District Congressman Steve King.
Wow, thank you. Thank you very, very much. It'll make me blush here. Oh, thank you so much. I have so much to be thankful for, and we all do. I just was reflecting on Sunday. Marilyn and I went to church, and same church where we were married over 38 years ago, and I was sitting there meditating and thinking about the blessings of 3 sons grown now, and 3 daughters-in-law, and they seem to all be happily married by my observation, and they blessed us with 5 grandchildren, the most recent of which is Reagan Ann King, whose mother said when she wasn't 90 minutes old, this girl has no chance to grow up to be a liberal. How could you ask for more? And I think back on those sons, and they've known one father, one mother, one church, one house, one school, all those years. And I could not have written it up any better than that, and neither would I have had the audacity to make such a request at the early stages of my life. I just look back now and I'm thankful. And I'm thankful also for Terry Branstad, who made an appointment to the state Supreme Court, 3 of them as a matter of fact. I'm awfully glad those vacancies were there to fill, and I thank all of you for your efforts in doing that. And those 3 justices that were turned out from the Supreme Court on retention last November 2nd didn't understand that the Constitution means what it says, and it means what it was understood to mean at the moment of its ratification. And we need to hold all justices accountable for such a standard. And now you know that, of course, marriage in Iowa has been under assault for some years now. And it's also under assault at the national level. And as they begin to bring litigation against the Federal Defense of Marriage Act, you heard the Obama administration announce about a week or more ago that they wouldn't use the Justice Department to defend federal law in court. They took an oath to uphold the Constitution, and particularly to take care that laws are faithfully enforced. And still, they say they were not going to enforce the law and not going to defend federal law in court. And I say that's a violation of their oath of office. So in the first few minutes after that announcement, I got out my little BlackBerry and typed in a little tweet, because if you make a conviction, you might as well tell the world it's a lot easier to keep it. And I announced that in our new open rules in the House, when the appropriations bill comes out to fund the Department of Justice, which funds Eric Holder, he is not going to need that money that he would otherwise use to defend the Defense of Marriage Act, so I'm going to bring an amendment to cut that out of his budget. And some other things are happening in this great change. Some of those would be, and I want to say this here in this state, my thank you to Mike Pence of Indiana. About 3 years ago, he started down the path of initiating cutting off funding to Planned Parenthood, and a couple of weeks ago, we passed an amendment to do just that, cut off all funding to Planned Parenthood. And you all know that I've been fighting Obamacare. We can't afford it. You know all the things that it does to our health care. And I could go through that whole list, but you know most all of that. I came to the conclusion months ago that it needs to be repealed. I introduced the repeal. I introduced the discharge petition. My friend Michelle Bachmann was right there with me every step of the way on all of that. And at this point, I got to digging into the Obamacare legislation and started to see it about last October. Got a clear picture of it in January, and by the end of January had come to the conclusion that there's $105.5 billion in automatic funding that is put into Obamacare that automatically appropriates in perpetuity unless Congress takes an act to shut it off. Now, that was the language that I tried to get on the floor for a vote about February 12th or 13th, something like that, and was shut down by the parliamentarian. We're coming back again. And so I sent out a memo a couple of days ago that's this, to our leadership and all, and that's of all of the appropriations bills that come, any bill that funds Planned Parenthood or any bill that funds Obamacare, I will vote no. That's my commitment to you and all of you. I made the remark earlier, and I think it's a good place to close this, is that back in 1992, James Carville put a poster up that said, "It's the economy, stupid." Well, we're in a bad economic time, I recognize that, and we will get this solved somehow. America's resilience will bring us out of it. But I have thought even at that time, no, it's not the economy. It's really our culture. It's our faith, it's our families, it's our liberty, it's our freedom. It's that cornerstone of civilization, marriage, through which we pour all of our values, the things we believe, how we transfer our faith to the next generation. The things that cause us to put our best out for God and country are the things we pour through marriage to our children. And we cannot let it come under assault and cannot be defeated in Iowa. And we can't let it happen in the court or at the federal level either. So I will stand with, if we get the culture right, the economy will be right eventually. We've got to get the culture right. You have some really good leaders emerging here tonight, and my ear is tuned to their vision for America's destiny. And I really like this full crowd here tonight, the full parking lot here, all of the involvement that we're going to see from Iowans all the way up to the caucus and beyond. You have in your hands the direction of America's destiny. And thanks to your work and thanks to your prayers, America is going to get turned in the right direction again. Thank you all very much. God bless you.